Welcome, Aquarius, to your monthly Power Path Tarot reading, a monthly tarot and astrology series created to help you unlock clarity, trust your intuition, and take aligned action. In these monthly readings, we will be exploring four key dimensions: career and wealth, shadow work, past life insight, and strategy or action strategy to help you stay grounded, empowered, and on your soul path. My name is Heather Ellis, and I created this series to help you build self-trust and navigate life's shifts with purpose. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe. And whether you are here for the first time or are a longtime subscriber, welcome to the DogStar Astrology and Tarot Pack. And now let's dive in and explore what the universe has in store for you this month, Aquarius. Aquarius, so we are going to begin with your career and wealth, and then we are going to move into your shadow block. So, what is holding you back? And then we're going to look at your past life insight. So, what strengths do you have? What were you born into this life with? What gifts? And then an action strategy to maximize working with the energy of this month. I'm doing a variation of a Celtic cross. So this is my own Celtic cross. And I will be letting you know what the cards represent as I'm pulling them. The first 5 cards are going to be your career and wealth. Okay, so Aquarius, this card represents you. And then this one here is going to be week 1 of August. This is week 2. This is week 3, and this is week 4, and this all relates to your career and wealth. And then we're going to move into this is going to be your shadow block here. And this one here is going to be your past life insights, and then this is your action strategy card. If I need to pull clarifiers, I will, and I will use the Rider Waite deck. And I'm just looking at my other camera just to make sure that you can see all of the cards, and I'm going to move them a little bit just to make sure that they're all in the camera for you. Okay. Okay, so Aquarius, how we start the month. Your energy is the Page of Pentacles. So this bodes really well for your career and wealth sector of your life. So I do want you to know that anyone who is not working, so for example, people who are homemakers or people who are retired, this is still your career and wealth sector. So it can be about your wealth, your finances, your investments, your property and property investments, possessions, and like as far as career goes, it wouldn't be so much of a career as your passion projects, what you're doing on the day to day, what you are known for, your reputation, and how you want to be known out in the world. Okay, so that is how it relates to you for those of you who are retired or who are homemakers. But with the Page of Pentacles, this is an energy of you're starting something. So this can be money news coming in. So money news about your investments, money news about your property. Maybe you're finding out that you have a property and it's worth more than what you were thinking it was going to be worth. Maybe you just did a value or assessment. It can even be possessions that you own, like heirlooms as well. This can be money news in terms of information coming in about a job. Maybe you're getting an interview if you've been sending out resumes. You could be getting that raise, you could be getting that promotion. Perhaps you've even been looking at doing some kind of a side hustle and you're finding out that, hey, this actually can make me a bit of money. Might not make me a millionaire, but it can be another income stream for me, or even an income stream for me if you're not working. So that is your energy that you have, Aquarius, for the month of August. Now, when we get into the first week, we have the Ten of Cups. This is a lovely energy. Capricorn had this as well in the first week. So this is your family, your home, supporting your money and financial initiatives, or even your career. So how this can play out is this can be emotional support from your family and close friends. Okay? It's pretty straightforward. But this can also be support in the way of, like, let's say you're just thinking of entering the workforce and you haven't for a while, or maybe you're looking at doing a second job, or maybe you're working, but you also have a passion project that you've been working on. So this can be your family supporting you by, because when you're doing these things, it's going to take time away. It's going to take you away from the home environment a little bit. right? So this could be your family stepping up and doing extra chores or extra things around the house so you don't feel obligated to spend as much time home so you can focus on these other things that you're doing. Okay, so that's another way that they can support you. And finally, the third way that this can play out for you is where if you have an investment, or perhaps you're even buying a house or thinking of buying a house, but this can be where money is given to you from friends or family. So, for example, if you were looking at purchasing a home, maybe you need a little bit of extra money for that down payment, and you could find that maybe your parents loan you money or gift you money. So it's that kind of thing where you're getting that support from your home environment. And that's your week one. And then when we move into week two, we have the Two of Pentacles. So for many of you, I do feel like for those who maybe some of you haven't been working for quite a while, and now you're entering the workforce with this Two of Pentacles energy in week two, or some of you are starting a new job or starting a secondary job or secondary stream of income. Because you have the Two of Pentacles here. So this is juggling multiple responsibilities. So whether or not that plays out with that home work life balance and juggling those things, or juggling multiple jobs or multiple things that your projects that you're doing, but you are very busy in that second week, Aquarius. Now you are successfully juggling all these things and completing all these tasks. But do note that at some point you might have to look at the situation and see, okay, where do I need to focus most of my energy on, and what maybe do I need to let go? Because eventually with this Two of Pentacles energy, you can burn yourself out, and you might have to come to where you need to make a decision on, okay, what do I need to concentrate on more? What is giving, what has more value? What gives me more income? What gives me more, what's of more value and benefit to me? And so you might have to assess that as well in that second week. And then when we get into the third week, we have the Four of Pentacles. So a couple of things here. For some of you, this is you're really having a hard look at your investments and your finances, and where can you budget? Where can you streamline? Where can you invest? Okay, because there's this desire to want to build your wealth and to improve your financial status and just financial resources here with this Four of Pentacles. For others of you too, you might need to look at your spending habits. So again, there's that building the budget, but where are you hemorrhaging money? Where are you overspending? And if you have been overspending, you have to kind of look at that and cut that back a little bit. And then when we move into the last week, we have the Eight of Pentacles. So this is the worker bee card. You are working hard, you are mastering your craft, you are building your reputation. But even more than that, you are enjoying what you're doing. Okay, so I like this energy for you. And that's what I have for you for your career and wealth. And now we're going to be moving into your shadow block. So this is really what's holding you back. And you have the Wheel of Fortune. So oddly enough, this is a card of luck, good fortune, but it's also the card of karma cycles, life cycles, right? And so as a shadow block and something that holds you back, Aquarius, how I see this playing out is really that focus on the karmic wheel, the cycles of life, right? It's that when you're at the top of your game, you can only go down from there. And when you're at the bottom, you can only go up, right? It's these cycles. And so what I'm feeling like with this is that your block is that you're not paying attention to the cycles. You're ignoring them. And like if you're at a point in your life right now where you're at a low point, do know things can only get better. Things will get better. There's that wheel's always turning. And if you are riding high right now, then this is where, again, especially when it comes to your finances with this Four of Pentacles that was in the mix here in that week 3, this is about using that to your advantage, where if you're riding high, you're excelling in your career, you're making lots of money, make sure you are putting some away for a rainy day, because that is your block. You're not thinking ahead. You're not thinking about, okay, yeah, I'm riding high now, but eventually there's going to be a downswing, right? Life life is always that pendulum swing from the different extremes, right? So you want to find that sweet spot down the middle. And this is almost like as a block, this is what you're blind to. Okay, so that is what you have to work on this month, Aquarius. And then as we move into your strengths, what I like about this one is you have the strength card. So this is your past life insight. So this is your karmic gift or your lesson. It is what your soul, when it incarnated, the strengths and gifts and talents that you brought in from your past life experiences into this life. And with strength here, this is this ability to really dive deep and tap into that inner strength and that inner wisdom and inner light and knowledge, and being able to, it's like knowing when to take action and knowing when to sit back and wait. It's knowing when to speak and knowing when to be quiet. So you have this natural ability to do this, but I feel like you're not using it to the best of your ability right now with that Wheel of Fortune being in your block, right? Because part of that is, again, that knowing when to take action, knowing when to be quiet. So knowing when to invest your money and knowing when you can spend, right? So, and that's that block with that karmic wheel. So take advantage of that strength because you have this ability. You were born with this talent. So Aquarius, take advantage of it. And then what we have here for your action strategy, we have the Knight of Swords. Knights are action-oriented cards. Okay, so they are the doers of the tarot deck. They're on the quest, they're on the mission, they're slaying a dragon, they're seeking that treasure. And this knight is the Knight of Swords, so this rules the mental, this rules the communication, the thoughts, the learning. So for some of you where you are starting something new here, there is a lot of learning involved. Okay, so map it out and strategize, plan out your steps of success. Like make sure that you are creating good study habits in order to really maximize your learning of the new role. So that's part of it. The other thing is that communication strategy. So whatever you're doing to network or even to show the world what you are capable of, like marketing yourself, make sure you're mapping that out, creating a strategy, and then actually doing it. So this is like going out with a plan, right? A plan of action and actually following it. But that plan isn't just, okay, I'm going to do this tomorrow. It's like really mapping it out for the whole month and having that end goal in mind. Like what achievements do I want to have, or what do I want to have achieved by the end of the month, right? And then mapping that out and then actually doing it. And that's what I see here as your action plan. That is going to allow you to tap into all of this energy and maximize everything. Now, when I say that for an action plan, it doesn't just have to be about money and career. This can be about your health. This can be about your relationships, your day-to-day life, or all of the above. Because these cards here relate to everything, not just your money and career like these ones did. So I hope you enjoyed that, but hold on before you go. I'm going to pull 3 oracle cards. So this first one is an abundance and attraction abundance oracle card, something like that. Okay. And we have in stillness I receive. Okay. So part of that is just, sitting in quiet, just letting yourself absorb, and from that you receive, you get insights right from the universe, and giving you direction on the next steps, the next stages. And yeah, just don't always try and force everything. Okay, Aquarius. And now I'm going to pull a Mystic Forest oracle card. And Aquarius, you decide. So when you give of yourself freely, you expand your energy. If you only give to get, it will feel like a burden or a drain. Be genuine and give from your heart. So really, when you're giving, make sure you're connected to that heart space. And because when you do that as well, you increase your vibration, you increase the energy, and it's your vibration that you can create that mindset and that vibration energy of attraction and abundance, right? It's that abundance mindset, that's abundance vibration. And Yeah, but that's really up to you to decide to choose that. And one more, this is the magic of you oracle card. So Aquarius, what is the magic of you? Hmm. And we have solitude. So alone, but not lonely. And again, that's trusting your own inner light and guidance. I really feel like you have these stillness kind of cards. So part of this month in your goal is to have some inner reflection and learning to connect to your heart space. So I hope you enjoyed this reading. Be sure to comment below. I want to know what you thought of this layout and if you liked it and if this is something you want to continue to see. Another thing, please subscribe and click on that notification bell. So in September, I have some fun, exciting news. I think it's fun and exciting is I will be doing or adding into this reading some astrology insights. It will be very quick, only 30 seconds to a minute long, where I talk about the transits going on in the sky and some of the aspects and how it relates to your sign. So I'm really excited about that, and I hope you are too, and looking forward to that. So again, please subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when those September readings come out, the monthly readings. I also am continuing with the weekly energy updates. So that's continuing, as well as my Learning Tarot series where I do one card and discuss one card a week. So make sure you're checking those, but you'll only know by subscribing to my channel. So be sure to like, share, subscribe, and click on that notification bell. And enjoy the month, Aquarius, and I will see you in September. Take care.